Hey everyone, it's that math magician. On this video, we're going to take a look at quadratic equations, and more importantly, how to factor quadratic equations using the box and diamond method. Let's jump right ahead into an example problem here. You'll notice that I do have my box or my generic rectangle, and I have my diamond problem. These are going to be two tools that we'll use to help us factor our quadratic equation. Well, now all we need is an equation. So I'm going to go ahead and write down x squared plus 9x plus 18. That is the quadratic equation that we want to factor. You'll notice that it's written out as a sum. The goal of factoring is that when I'm given a quadratic equation written as a sum, that I'll be able to rewrite it in what we call product form or factored form. That process of changing it from sum to product is what we call factoring. And one way to factor it is to use the box and diamond method, something that hopefully you are familiar with at this point. Now here are the steps to factor a quadratic. First things first is we need to put the x squared term in the bottom left corner of the generic rectangle. I'm going to write my x squared term right there. Now if that had been 3x squared or 7x squared or negative 5x squared, we still would have wrote it right there. You need to make sure to include the coefficient as well. Now in the top right corner, that's where we put our constant. Remember, the constant is just the number by itself, the number without a variable. In this case, our constant is 18. So I put those two pieces into my generic rectangle. They create one diagonal in the generic rectangle, and now I multiply those two pieces, x squared times 18, and I end up with 18x squared in the top of my diagonal. Now here's why that's important. The only piece left in my quadratic equation that I haven't dealt with yet is the 9x's. I know that I have to split up the 9x's in each of those spots in the generic rectangle evenly. But I also know that those pieces are going to have to multiply to make 18x squared. So that's where our diamond problem comes into play. With diamond problems, you have these two numbers on the side, or the two terms on the side. And those two terms will multiply to make 18x squared, and they will add to 9x. That's how diamond problems work, and it's a great way for you to understand how we're coming up with those two terms. So now what we have to do is we need to think about two terms that will multiply to 18 and will add to 9. And I think two terms that will do just that is 6x and 3x. Because 6x times 3x does give you 18x squared, and 6x plus 3x gives you 9x's. Now I can take those two pieces and put them into my generic rectangle. Now it doesn't matter where you put them. I put 6x in the top left corner and 3x in the bottom right corner. I also could have switched those, and I could have wrote 3x in the top left, 6x in the bottom right. That part doesn't matter. What does matter though is that those two pieces are multiplying to create the diagonal from the other two pieces, and they're adding to our middle x term. Now that I have my generic rectangle all filled out with all the pieces of my sum, I now just have to fill out the sides or the dimensions for that rectangle. Now, two terms that multiply to x squared, I think that would be x and x. Well, x times something is going to give me 6x. I think x times 6 will give me 6x. And x times something will give me 3x. Well, I think that number is also going to be plus 3. And then we can double check one last time to make sure we have the right pieces there. 3 times 6 does give me 18. So I now know that that generic rectangle is fully complete and is correct. All I have to do now is write out those sides as a product form, x plus 3, x plus 6, and that right there is our factored form. We started off with our quadratic equation written as a sum. By using the box and diamond method, we were able to factor that quadratic equation into the product or the factored form. That's how we do it. And this step is going to help you every time you come across a quadratic equation that you want to factor. Just follow these steps and you'll be good to go. It's that Math Magician, and I'll see you on the next video.